Hey, welcome to another rousing episode of Urban Hedgers. I am Fizz Ed.
I'm Intalecrek.
And we are the Urban Hedgers, a couple of regular guys trying to teach the regular man how he can hedge against inflation or save for his family and for his future. Want to open up by letting you know about our email address, urbanhedgers@gmail.com. You can hit us up there. That's URBANHEDGERS@gmail.com.
Yeah, you can hit us up there and we can actually, answer some questions for you. Send us an email. We were just looking in our comment section and we just kind of figured that it would be nice to actually have an email address that you can actually send us your questions to, and we can try to get back with you, or even if you have suggestions for a show or something you would like to see us do.
Oh yeah.
Just let
Definitely
us know.
want to get a dialogue.
Definitely.
Established.
Tell them about the Instagram too.
True indeed. We're on Instagram, Urban Hedgers. So you can get on Instagram. You can hit us in the DM on Instagram, or you can also load some pictures of fiat currency or some bullion or some gold if you have it. Stuff
Preferably
like that.
bullion.
Preferably bullion. Preferably a precious metal. True
Yes,
indeed.
and we only want nice, sexy pictures of bullion.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes. We want sexy pictures of gold.
Yeah.
No other sexy pictures.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's keep it precious metals, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let's keep it all precious metals.
Because that's what that's about.
But we don't want to exclude you if you collect, old currency and stuff like that. We're fine with that. But just understand we're urban hedgers.
True indeed. True indeed.
We're gonna also be doing another show because we know that there's other topics we want to touch on that go beyond precious metals. So we're working on that show. We'll start working on that real soon. And that show we'll talk about, what do you think we should talk about, E?
Well, we'll go beyond urban hedging, and we'll talk about how it is affected, or how politics affects hedging or affects precious metals, or all types of stuff like that. And, some of the pluses and minuses of fiat currency. It's a dirty word, fiat currency, amongst hedgers.
We're just going to talk on
with our other show.
Yeah, we'll talk about collecting and stuff like that. Oh yeah. We just wanted to let you know. So we'll be working on that here within the next few weeks, maybe, or the turn of the year, one or the other.
Oh yeah. So what's the agenda for today?
Well, we got to do our Bullion of the Week.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's something that we're starting to do. We're going to do Bullion of the Week, where we go through, we look at online dealers and we figure out who has the best price on coins or precious metals.
Oh yeah.
So my pick this week is JM Bullion.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
JM Bullion has something that they've been selling for the past almost 2 weeks, and it's called a starter pack. It's 10 ounces of silver.
Wow. Okay.
If you pay with a check or wire, it's at spot price. Okay. But if you pay with your credit card, you'll pay right now about an 80-cent over spot per ounce. That's pretty good.
That's real.
I'm impressed. So last week, I picked this up. Come in this beautiful little bag,
little pouch. Huh?
Yeah. Very snooty.
From the JM people.
Yes. And let me get my glove out. I think this one is too small, but let's see if it'll fit.
All right. Anything to keep your fingers off of that nice bullion.
Yes. Keep my hands off the bullion. Still want to keep it nice and shiny. This is what you get.
See how it glistens.
I don't know if you can see that. 10 ounces of silver. These are actually rounds from the Sunshine Mint.
Beautiful.
These are very nice, and you get these if you pay with a check or wire at spot price.
Okay.
But if you don't pay with that, you pay with credit card, you're paying like an 80-cent. So I pay 80 cents over spot on each round.
Yeah, and that's a steal.
That is a great deal. That is one of the best deals I've seen online. And they had to restrict it to one per household. Yeah. Because guys like me would order 30 of them.
Exactly.
So they had to restrict. They had to restrict.
Put some kind of limit on it.
Yeah. And what's cool is that when I bought it, silver was a lot cheaper than it is now. Let's go through the silver precious metal prices real fast. Gold right now is $1,309.97.
Okay.
Silver is $18.73. Platinum is $1,001.80, and palladium is $633.50.
Yeah.
Okay. So gold is still keen as always.
As always.
But silver has went up drastically, about $1 or so. So when I purchased this, I believe it was around 1768. So I've actually made $3.
Wow, that quick.
For this, that quick.
Yeah, you
try that at your local bank.
I was gonna say you couldn't have done that in a bank, huh? You wouldn't have that type of turnaround
No
even
way.
in 1 or 2 days.
No way.
The $3, no, not gonna happen in a bank.
Yeah,
Wow.
and you know, I realized that the price could go back down, but that's fine because this still is a great deal. And even right now, find this is a great deal.
Oh yeah.
So go to JM Bullion, or you can go to Google, type in JM Bullion starter pack, and it'll pull up. And you know, like I said, 1 per household, but it's a nice gift. This would be a nice gift. Let's say somebody in your life want to start hedging, and you know Christmas coming up.
And it's called the Jam Bullion Starter Pack. So something's telling me that they're already thinking that. Like this is for somebody who doesn't maybe have a lot of silver, but they want to get in the game. They want to get that start. This is your starter pack right here for a great price.
Yes, this would be a great Christmas gift for someone.
Oh yeah.
You know, you buy it now, and then maybe by the time you give it to them, hey, for what you know, could be worth more than you paid for it.
True indeed, and that's actually a really good way to get your kids, you know, your nieces, your nephews, and all of them in the city. If you give this to a kid, that's going to start something. You know, they're going to look at that, and they might, you know, start doing some research themselves, and might actually become a hedger. If nothing else, they're going to be a financial saver.
Absolutely.
So you know, that's
this could be a great start. You know, it's 10 coins in here, well, 10 rounds in here, and you know, you can actually, you know, if you have nieces, nephews, or your kids, you know, give them each 2 rounds. You could put them in capsules, airtight capsules, and you could basically, you know, give them those for Christmas. And it's just a great way to get them started or to spark their interest in collecting or saving money or hedging. So just a little food for thought there.
That's real good right there.
That's my pick of the week.
That's the pick of the week.
Okay.
So remember that. Put that in your ad. You can use that for later. I wanted to talk about an article that I saw over here on a Gold and Silver Group. It's a goldandsilvergroup.com.
Okay.
The article was the devastating economic impact of a Hillary Clinton presidency. And they were just, and they were saying that Hillary Clinton in particular is creating some panic among investors. And then they were asking, will she have the centrist approach like her husband? From this article, what I was really getting from it is that they were saying that the presidency affects, you know, precious metals. Of course, it affects, you know, financial markets, but it affects precious metals because it makes things unstable sometimes. And it's looking...
Yeah, it does. And what's interesting about that, I was just doing some research on that too, and mine was from Trump perspective. Basically, they were just saying like if Trump gets elected, but there was 2 different perspectives. One was saying that if he's elected, it could be good and prosperous for those who, I guess, sell gold or whatnot, because he may remove certain restrictions. Now, I don't know what those restrictions are, but they're saying he may remove certain restrictions. And another one was saying that, you know, he's kind of considered to be unpredictable, and that he may actually, if he become president, that people may start moving their money to precious metals because of the uncertainty. But one part of the research that I was doing before we get back to what you have there is that they were saying that normally pre-election, the year of a presidential election, they said precious metals tend to be more volatile than usual. And they also said that normally like a few weeks or a week or so before the actual presidential election, that is normally that the prices are normally kind of low. But what's interesting, actually, from what I see, they're going up. So maybe it's a different approach this year. Which is kind of weird because, you know, gold and silver is up. And this is like less than a week before the election start. But it was just saying that normally this time of year after post-election, that there's normally some uncertainty, so the precious metals may kind of, you know, fluctuate, or you know, or because people are uncertain about what's going to happen because you have a new president and the new policies, and you really don't know exactly what he's going to do until he's actually inaugurated.
Oh yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. You know, if people are you know, scared because, you know, the race is tightening, so they don't know if it's going to be Trump, doesn't know if it's going to be Hillary. That causes a little uncertainty. I'm sure the hedgers will go ahead and get a lot of these precious metals because they don't know what's to come. So,
but you know, the thing unique about the hedgers, a lot of the hedgers they will probably be buying anyway. But
you say that's what they do. So they
that's what hedgers do. But it's definitely, it would definitely probably make those in a higher income bracket maybe start contemplating whether they should start buying precious metals.
There you go.
Gold and silver in particular.
And then that leads me to the next point here. They were saying that, you know, additionally, that Hillary Clinton wants to implement a 4% surcharge on people earning more than $5 million. So, you know, if you got a lot of money, you probably want to flip it over into precious metals, hoping to evade some of this tax.
Yeah, or definitely use it as an offset.
Exactly.
To offset if that actually happens. But like I said, all of this stuff is speculative because you also got to look at who you have in place. You know, you got to look at Congress itself. You know, and if she doesn't have, if vice versa, if he doesn't have Democrats, you know, the Republicans running. You know, both parts of Congress, the House and the Senate, or vice versa. You know, if she doesn't have Democrats, then, you know, those things aren't going to be as easily to implement.
I guess it's always a crapshoot. You never know how things are going to go with politics, but precious metals are always a good investment because, you know, come hell or high water, they're going to be valuable.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. It's definitely a good way to offset if you're worried about maybe, you know, losing money in one place. You know, you diversify your portfolio and you can offset some of those losses. So,
definitely.
Definitely.
I agree with that. So, But what else we got up?
Well, let's see here. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was, like, you know, when you buying your coins, a lot of times, you know, they'll send them to you in flips. You normally don't get an actual capsule. Some of the higher end coins, like, you know, the pandas, the kookaburras, I think the koalas, they come in actual airtight capsules to protect the coin. So some coins you may buy, American Silver Eagles, Maple Leafs, they're not going to come in. Those coins, those bullion coins, they don't come in, you know, airtights, you know, to encapsulate the coin. So I was on line, and I was at it's called JP's Corner, and their site is www.jpscorner.com, and they have an interesting little template that you can print out. And basically, let me show this to you, everyone. What this is showing you the different size of coins, and basically you can put a coin on this and determine what size it is and know the proper airtight to buy for it. So basically, I printed this out. This is on their site. You can print it out. It's a PDF. I printed this out, and I took a couple of them and went and got them laminated. So I went to like Kinko's and actually got them laminated. So, you know, you can look at this, and this will teach you. This is in millimeters. So, you know, you can see the different size. And what's kind of cool about this, it'll show you right here, like that'll show you that's the size of a Sacagawea dollar. You know, the penny size, the dime, you know, the quarter. So you can actually use this. And how this work is, like, if you have a coin, let me see if I have a coin here. Like, if you have a coin and you want to see exactly the proper size of it, like, for example, we know it's a quarter, you'll put it up against it. And then once you don't see any white around it, you see how I put it there. If I put it here, you can still see white around it if you really look. So when you get it to where you can't see any, you can no longer see the white that's inside the circle, you know you got the right size and you know the proper airtight to buy. So check them out. They actually have a lot of airtights, and you can. They have nice prices. So check JP's Corner out online, and, you know, support them.
You were saying that airtights helps to guard against things happening to the coin. I guess, again, you know, scratched or bruised, or there being a discoloration or whatever in the coin. So
you definitely want to invest in airtights as you buy. If you're buying coins, that could have a little value later. I know some things are bullion. I've seen people even put their rounds in them. I don't think that's necessary for your rounds, but I've seen some people that actually put their rounds in. The rounds are normally, I think, 39 millimeters. So they know, I've seen that people that actually put them into the airtights. You know, certain ones that you buy, like the Zombuck series, stuff like that, you may want to put those in airtights. You know, so you definitely want to get your airtights and go to their site and print this out and get it laminated. And this would definitely come in handy.
Very helpful tool.
Very helpful. Very helpful. Another thing I wanted to talk about briefly is that some of the things we're going to start showing for future shows. One of the things that I want to do, I'm in the process of ordering a few things, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring them in. I want to talk about, silica gel items that you use to keep moisture away from your coins. Moisture and heat, these things can be the enemy to your coins. They can cause discoloration and certain other things. And also you want to be careful. I saw one thing where a guy, he was putting his coins in a box, but the box was actually gassing off because it wasn't made from an inert material, and it basically toned the coins badly, and the coins were not even a year old, and he was pretty upset. So we're going to get into what you
coin
do.
maintenance, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna get into a little
Coin
coin, exactly, a little coin maintenance. We're gonna touch on things like loops. What a loop is basically just what you use to kind of get a close-up glimpse on your coins. We're going to talk about buying different loops and things like that.
Ain't that the thing that jewelers usually use?
Well, the jewelers normally have a different one. It's different in it, but it's just pretty much a loop.
Okay.
Theirs may be a little more powerful. You can buy these in different strengths.
Oh, okay.
Like I have here, and I paid a few bucks for these, but you can get better ones. You actually can get ones that actually have lights on them. So we're going to start touching on stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know, just because, you know, whether you're hedging or you're collecting or you're buying coins, you kind of want to always know what you're getting.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you'll be surprised that you'll look at coins and you may think that coin looks great, but then when you look at it through the loop, you see the imperfections on the coins. Kind of what graders do also. So that's one of the things we're going to start doing. We're going to start doing a show we're going to get more in depth about different things, you know, from a collecting perspective and from a hedging perspective. So what we want to start doing, we just want to make sure that we are equipping you with the knowledge that you need to go either way, any way that you decide to go.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's all up to the individual, you know. I mean, there it is, you know.
Yeah, we're urban hedgers, but we're not against you if you want to decide you want to start collecting, or doing things like that. And we want to be there for all aspects, because, like I said, not only am I a hedger, I'm a collector as well.
Yeah, and you have to, you know, when you're collecting something, or I would say even if you're a hedger, you have to get some kind of enjoyment out of it. You know, I couldn't see just you know, just blindly getting silver.
Absolutely.
You gotta like the look of it or something.
Yes.
You know, so.
Yes, and yes, because you want to keep. It's just like with anything, you know, like they say, you want to keep that spice in your marriage. Yeah. So you do things to spice it up. Sometimes you got to do that when you're hedging against inflation too. You know, but if you're a person that want to be a strictly hedger, you know, but you still may want coins and things that have a little appeal to them or a little interest.
Oh yeah.
So you know, that's always a plus. And plus, it's nothing like when you buy a coin and then you turn around and you realize that a company's buying it back for $15 more than what you paid for it. And I've seen that. You know, but with rounds like we have here, these are just going to move with the price of silver. They're never going to have a value beyond that. It's selected few rounds that I've seen, like Engelhart and some others that have had value, but these were the older rounds that had value beyond the silver content. So, you know, you definitely want to spice it up. You definitely want to, you know, make sure that you keep yourself interested in what you're doing. You know, because I think when you stay interested more, you know, it definitely feeds your urge more. You know, it makes you want to continue to buy.
Like you said, you don't want it to get boring, you know, and anything like that, or get dry for you. So you gotta mix it up a little bit, just like your romantic relationship. You gotta mix up your relationship with these precious metals too. You know, so,
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So you know, we're going to be doing a lot of different things. Next week we'll probably be touching on the grading companies. I'll bring my coins from the four main grading companies, and we're going to talk and we're going to give a little history on that, because you have to understand why these actual coin graders were formed and why. And we're also going to talk about how some of it's getting ridiculous, because we have a lot of them, they're actually grading rounds now.
And what is that about?
And that's
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
As you can see, Intalecrek, he ain't happy.
No, I'm not happy about it. I mean, you know, these companies were formed for a reason, you know, because people were being ripped off and things like that, and now they're grading rounds. So we definitely going to talk about that.
So you can hear the contempt in his round. They're grading rounds. How ridiculous. But
I might pick one up just to show and prove, you know, to make a statement. But yes, they are grading rounds now. So we're going to talk about all those things. So we just thank you so much for watching, and please comment and subscribe.
Hit us on that email, urbanhedgers@gmail.com. We want to hear your comments and ask us some questions.
Ask us what you want to ask us.
What you want to know.
If it's something you would like to see us purchase or something like that, that's in reason. You know, a coin or something, maybe we'll do that and show it on the show. So we're just trying to do something different. You know, to help those who are new to hedging or just collecting coins. So we want to get you well-rounded, and we want those who are more seasoned to share your information on our site. Send us emails. Tell us what we're doing right and tell us what we're doing wrong, because we're not above criticism, because we're still learning. We're still in the learning process.
Yeah, and I know there's some coin shows that we're going to go to and some coin shops that we're going to go to right here on the show and show you in real time, you know, what these precious metals look like and where you buy them from and stuff like that. So, once again, I'm Phys Ed.
And I'm Intalecrek.
And we are the Urban Hedgers. We'll see you next time.
Talk to you later.